Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you guys my sort of like top 5 or 6, I think I can't remember if I have 5 or 6 items here, but my top 5 items, baby items that I've used in kind of the first 2 months of having a baby. So little Billy is 9 weeks old nearly, and when we were, preparing for her to arrive, there's so many things to think about, and there's so many things where you're like, should I buy this? Should I buy that? And you kind of, it's hard to really decide like what you need and what maybe you could do without. So I don't know, hopefully this is helpful to you mamas out there or mamas to be. These things that I'm going to show you are just things that I am so happy that I have. A lot of them really just simple, but just good basic everyday things that I use. Literally I use these things every single day. So I'm just gonna get started. The first thing I want to talk about are these little clips. So they come in a pack of 4 like this, and they're, maybe I'll show you the black one to show it better. They're from a brand called Bubba Blue Australia, and these are little clips that you can use to hook on like muzzies and things onto your buggy, onto the car seat, to clip onto anything really. So these have been so useful to me. I use them to basically clip a muzzy over the top of her buggy so that the sun doesn't get on her when we are in the car, when we're out for a walk. We pretty much go for a walk, a big walk, almost every day. There's not many days that we don't. So literally I use these every day. I could not recommend them more. I think they cost me maybe $30 or something like that for the 4 of them, and I will use these for ages, and so freaking useful. You need to buy these, honestly, buy them. Okay, and the next thing I want to talk about is this little guy here. This is the Haakaa pump, and Haakaa is the brand, so this is a New Zealand brand, and I will link them down below. I'm not sure what their shipping situation is, but this is a breast pump basically. So I am breastfeeding and preparing to get her to also bottle feed, which has been so challenging, let me tell you. She does not want to take a bottle. But anyway, this is the little Haakaa pump, and it's just, this is what it looks like. So it's made of silicone, however you want to say that. And it's just a manual breast pump, and it's so handy. I love it because it's really easy to just throw in your bag if you're going out for the day. Super easy to use. Like what I do to kind of pump and store milk is while she's feeding on one side, I put this on the other one, and just kind of let it pump while she's feeding, so it makes it really easy. You don't have to like plug anything in, there's not cords and all this stuff going on. So I've really loved this, and this was a gift actually from a friend of mine who also recently just had a baby. So one of the best gifts that I got. So if you're looking for like a gift to give someone who you know is pregnant and gonna try and breastfeed, I would really recommend this. It's not very expensive at all. And again, so handy. Like you can take this anywhere, and it's just easy to throw in your bag, super easy for traveling. If you're going back to work and you need something easy to pump with at work, like honestly so good, and I love this. So that's that guy. Hold please, she's gonna cry. This is how we're gonna do the rest of the video, I guess. The next thing that have been sort of my favorite, not only gifts that I've received, but just everyday items, have been these little blankets. So I have received several of these as gifts, and they just make the most gorgeous little gifts. I think I've shown you this one before. I bought this one myself. And here's this one here. And then my mom actually made me this one, and if you watched my What's in My Hospital Bag video, you would have seen that. But these blankets are just so handy to have around the house. Like I keep them in every room of my house so that no matter what room I'm in, if I need to grab a blanket and wrap her up or anything, I just have one there on the back of a chair, on the side of the sofa, on the side of her cot. And they just make such gorgeous gifts. So again, if you are going to a baby shower, you're looking to buy a gift for someone who is having a baby, these little blankets make such good prezzies. My hair looks crazy. Okay, so this one here, again, all of these were gifts except one that I bought myself. But this one here, look, it has the little pom-poms on all four corners. And they're not big, you guys. They're just like little square blankets, perfect for the size of a Bubba, obviously. This one is from Pottery Barn Kids, and I love the little pom-poms on it. It's just a very fine knit, kind of pink and white little zigzag stripe. So cute. So, so cute. And it's very soft. And this one is not too thick, so it's kind of good for the current season that we're in now. So that one is from Pottery Barn. This one is from a brand called Mamas and Papas, and this brand is out of the UK. And I showed this to you guys before as well, but I thought I would mention it because, again, it's so cute, and I've just loved having these just kind of scattered all over my house. This one here was also such a gorgeous little gift. All of these are knitted, by the way. They're just kind of like a nice, soft, snuggly knitted fabric. And this one is from a brand called Madras Link. I think that's how you say it. These guys have an Instagram, so I'll link them down below. But this is totally in my color scheme, pink, white, and gray. Just the little abstract kind of spots. This one in particular is so snuggly and soft. And they're just the perfect little size to kind of wrap these guys up in, keep them warm and snuggly. And they're just such a handy thing to have. You can throw them in your nappy bag, put them over the buggy, anything. So get yourself a boatload of little blankets. Next thing I want to talk about is this wrap. So I'm going to try and get it off the floor. This is what looks like just a giant piece of fabric. I'll insert a picture of me wearing this, but this is basically just a really thick jersey material, and it's a wrap carrier so that you can basically wear your baby. I have loved this thing so much. This is from a brand called Boba, and basically this just makes it possible to like get things done during the day, especially when they're super tiny and they just want to be close to you all day long. You just pop this on, stick them on the front like a little kangaroo, and away you go with your day. You can go walking with them to the supermarket, clean the house, whatever you need to do. I have found this to be so useful, and I've really, really loved it. And again, it's material, so I can just fold it up, put it in my nappy bag, shove it in my buggy, whatever I need to do with it. And it's just so easy to take places. I particularly quite like this going to the supermarket, which is good. She's kind of getting a little bit big for me to really do a whole lot of things with her in it. I still like to wear her around in this, and if I'm going for a walk it still really works, but she's getting quite heavy, so it's one of those items that is really good for the first few weeks, but I don't know, I'm not finding it as useful as she's getting a little heavier. But for those first weeks, like those first 6 weeks, this was a lifesaver, and I would highly recommend this brand in particular. Now, the last thing I want to talk about are a few apps that I have been using. So I'll try to put links to all these different apps that I'm talking about. The first one, I'm still using the Baby Center app. So if you watched any of my other pregnancy videos, you will have heard me talk about this app. But Baby Center is so useful. They have so much useful information. They talk about her development, things that might be going on in your life, and I just find it really easy to have on my phone. A lot of times I'll read it while I'm feeding her and just sitting there, just, you know, feeding her, reading about the current week that we're in, and I find it to be so informative and so useful. The other one that I downloaded is the Wonder Weeks app, and Wonder Weeks is a book, but I decided to go for the app version just because I felt like it might be a little bit more handy versus like carrying around a book. I thought having information on my phone would be really cool. And the Wonder Weeks apps is cool because it's specifically developmental, and it kind of gives you an idea of what your baby's going through developmentally, reasons why they might be like unusually fussy or hard to settle, things like that. So I've really enjoyed reading through that app as well. And the last app that I would highly recommend that you get if you're a mom is a white noise app. I downloaded one called Deep Sleep, I think it's called. It's just a free app in iTunes. And it is so useful, you guys, to just turn on. They have a sound that's specifically called womb. So in those first few weeks when, you know, they're used to being in your belly and they all of a sudden aren't in there anymore, this sound effect, it sounds like swishing water, kind of. I would just play that at night next to her Moses basket, and it just helped to like soothe her, I think, and help her fall asleep. And now the sound that I use really is the heartbeat sound, because she loves to fall asleep on my chest. It's probably her favorite place to fall asleep, but obviously that makes it hard for me to sleep. So I find by playing that heartbeat sound on the white noise app, it just kind of gives her that sense of comfort that she would get as if she was sleeping on me. So those are basically my kind of top 5 or 6 items. I can't remember if I did 5 or 6 that I have used literally every single day since I had her, and that I would highly recommend getting. I feel like some of these things are, some are obvious, but some things you don't really hear people talk about. So I thought I would share that with you guys. If you are interested in more mommy type videos, more baby stuff on my channel, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. I know that the response to all my pregnancy videos was pretty good and you guys really liked following along on that journey. So let me know if you're interested in following along as she grows, as I grow as a mom, as we do things together as a family. Definitely let me know. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to see more pictures of this little lady here. But other than that, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!